What's up, sarsaparillas? It's your girl, Sassy J, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back, guys. Guys, let me tell you, so today, Ray, guys, you know, I can't say on my channel because, you know, my nan watches my channel, okay? And my nan is a pastor, so I don't be swearing on my channel because I gotta be respectful, okay? But catch me outside, how about it? Can't do with me. But anyways, guys, before I get into today's video, please do the do's. Thumbs up the video. Yes, guys. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Please subscribe. Guys, my art bad. My art and not in the way that I want for my art coming on us. I want art like such. You know what I'm saying? But guys, it's really hot. And I got my ring light on because I need to see. If I turn this ring light off, I ain't gonna see shit. You know what I'm saying? So I have to turn it on. But the ring lights, it's just not doing it for me. So if you see me wiping, fanning, and all these things, bear with the girl. Bear with the girl. So anyways, guys, let's talk about tonight's episode. A very chilled episode. It wasn't, I mean, it wasn't giving anything, to be honest with you. I don't want to say it was boring, because at the end of the day, I feel like at least I have one night where it's not like overly Mimii bashing. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm not going to say it's boring, but there wasn't much that was happening in today's episode, to be honest. So I don't expect this video to be a long one. But then again, I chat too much sometimes. My love for chat. So I can't make no promises. But anyways, guys, so let's talk about it. But actually, before I got anywhere in the conversation, anywhere in this video, anywhere in this review, what kind of date that's? The date that Mimii and Josh went on to. Why is the producers, why are they out to get Mimii and get me and get us? Because where is that? Why would you say, listen, I don't care what country it is in, because I love Spain. I love me some Spain. And I love me some Spanish boys. Okay, because I went to Spain a few years ago and I loved it. You know what I'm saying? And I love going to the market. What do they call it again? I can't remember, guys, because, you know, I not really speak Spanish like that. You know what I'm saying? I try sometimes, but I'm not really good. But there's a way that I can't remember. I'm gonna put it on here. I can't bother. I don't remember. But anyways, guys, so I liked it. My experience in the market, I liked it because it was different. But at the same time, it gave me a little bit of vibes of Coronation Market. You know, I'm Jamaican, so when I go downtown, and downtown is happening, where they look at markets and stuff, and then I sell them clothes and all this kind of stuff, that's the vibe that it gave me. Now, while I like to Estepona, I don't know, guys, but while I like to go to the market and spend money where me don't have, I don't want to go to the market on a date. Okay? Me don't want to go to no market pan a date. You know what I'm saying? Love Island producers, do better. Do better. Mimii and Josh deserve better than that. Wanna put local run mode, big mode, can't mind him own business, Sean, in a Porsche. Right? In my Matilda. Wait, we can't even stand both of them. You put them in a Porsche. And you put Mimii and Josh in the markets? Would them look like vendor? Why would you send people? Why would you send anybody in a market for a date? Please. Because I need answers. I need answers. When I heard the text being read out, I'm just like, oh, something about a market. Estepona. Guys, let me tell you something. It's going to bother me, you know. So if you see me randomly just say something, it's because it's bothering me. But I think it's Estepona. It's probably not, but it sounds like it. But anyways, I don't know. But, guys, really? And please, let's listen. If I'm being much and dramatic, also comment down below and tell me, Sass, you're being dramatic. At the end of the day, it's a nice date. It's a nice old Spanish town. It's a nice little marketplace or whatever. I mean, I'm going to listen to you guys, but me still not going to agree because you a date in a market? Really? Nah, no. I don't agree with that. But guys, God, my heart. But guys, we see where they're having a conversation and Josh is saying to her, listen, I can't see anybody coming in here to turn my heads. And Mimii saying the same thing. So he said, are we exclusive then? Should we just make it exclusive? Well, he didn't even say exclusive. He said, should we close it off? right? And then Mimi said, oh, okay, you want to close things off, yeah? You want to lock it down, yeah? And they both agreed, right? So that was it. But guys, is it me? But did you see Ayo's face when Josh came back and he told the boys that him and Mimi was exclusive? Clock his face. Also, did you clock his face at the speech when Josh was giving the speech about Mimi and he chose Mimi? Did you clock his face? Even Jessica was like this, trying to look up on his face to see his reaction, because my man was serious. Ayo is lying to himself. I think Ayo is lying to himself, honey. Ayo is lying for himself. He cannot stand to see Mimi. Even now, he's trying to say that he's done with the situation. He's telling Jessica, I'm done with the situation. I just want to focus on you. I want to make you happy. He's still not liking that Mimi and Josh is together, because that face, at least Mimi was smiling when he was giving the speech and he chose Jess. At least she, whether or not she forced the smile, I don't know, because me and Mimi jaw kind of them, so I don't know if she forced the smile or anything, but at least she was able to put out a smile. You know what I'm saying? Ayo couldn't even. His face, him couldn't even pretend. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, for me, that doesn't look like somebody who's very happy in their couple. Right? Because he's telling Jess, like, you know, when I look at you sometimes, I just want to say, and Jess is like, well, I love you. Bless her. She's so sweet. I like Jess, you know. Jess is like, I love you. And he's like, oh, no. And then he's just like, and she's like, what was it then? And he's like, oh, well, yeah. She's like, yeah, what? And he's like, what did you just say? And she's like, well, I love you. And then he's like, yeah. And she's like, well, I don't believe you. My thing is, I just be a little bit romantic, right? Just be a little bit romantic. Because at the end of the day, you know, the first time you want to tell a girl that you love her, actually, he's not even telling her. Actually, I think I just smart, because he never told her. So if she wants to say that's what he's saying, that's on her. He never told her. You know what I'm saying? He never said the words. He never said the words. It's like saying to somebody, oh, I love you, and they say me too. We all know what that means. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, and let me point out, I never realized all this time when you look at Jess, all this time that he's been looking at her, he never thought to himself before that he wants to say that he loves her. Why all of a sudden is when Josh and Mimi is exclusive, why he all of a sudden feel like he loves Jess. Do you know what I'm saying? I just feel like Ayo just wanted to give Jess something for Jess to go back to the girls to say and to rub up Mimi the wrong way. I think that's what it is. Ayo is lying to himself. I don't care what nobody wants to say. Vex if you want vex, but Ayo lied to himself. Ayo still don't want to see Mimi happy with Josh. Point blank, period. That's all it is. That's what I'm going to say. But anyways, guys, let me put them on hold for a little bit. Oh, actually, no. I'm going to talk a little bit more about Ayo, because Ayo and Sean had a conversation. And Sean was saying to Ayo, listen, I'm sorry. I've done some reflecting. And I feel like I probably, I am wrong. And I shouldn't be bringing it up into your face. We started our journey together. We've been getting along. And I've actually thought about how it's been making you feel. So, you know, I'm sorry. And I won't bring up this issue again. It's good to hear. But I just know Sunday night this issue will be coming up, because I know Sean's gonna say, see, I told you they had feelings. I told you. You know what I'm saying? I was right. You just wait. Remember, I told you this. You just wait. But you know what? At least he apologized. Even though I just feel like that's like half-assed. I don't really care. Because I don't care for Sean. Sean can go. I don't care for Sean whatsoever. He can go. Do you know what I'm saying? But anyways, he apologized and they decided to, you know, hugged it off and laughed it off or whatever and moving forward and whatever. So that is done with them. So Josh and Mimi had a conversation, because after we had a conversation with Joey and Joey was going back and forth, Josh said to Mimi, listen, I just want to know that you're being upfront with me and I know everything. And do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I just don't want to look stupid. Completely understand. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to look stupid either. So at the end of the day, I'd rather somebody be honest with me, tell me what's going on, and I hear it from them, than to hear it in a situation to make me look like a complete fool. I do not want that for myself, so I completely understand, and I agree with Josh. Now, Mimi just said, listen, there's nothing happened. I wanted to talk to him in private. And then she started to say, well, Ayo didn't. And then she went, well, I don't know what the conversation was, word for word. But he said, we'll talk. And then I came down and then he was talking to Jessica and I waited and then we had a talk on the daybed, right? So she didn't go into details about it. But at the end of the day, does she have to? Realistically, because what's she gonna say? Oh, I was on the floor because I didn't want to be seen. You don't really necessarily have to really go into that much detail, do you? So at the end of the day, and you guys know it's the truth, because if we were in that situation, would we want to go into all of that? You know what I'm saying? You just have to summarize, and she did that. So it is what it is. It's just that we don't know that on Sunday, because we've seen the nominees and our girl Mimii made it into the cut. And we've seen where they're playing that bit where she's crawling onto the terrace. Now, I completely get the crawl, and I completely get her telling Joey to sit down, right? And kind of put, and that's gonna be the thing where they're gonna say, well, it is a secret mission, or it was a secret mission because you told Joey to sit down. But the thing is, and people don't, and it's gonna go over a lot of people's heads, because at the end of the day, if you're on the terrace and you're trying to have a private conversation without people knowing, then you're gonna either crawl onto the terrace, or no, me, I probably would have rolled. I would have just rolled. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm dramatic, so I would have just rolled. You know what I'm saying? Drop and roll. That's how I do. But you would kind of either stoop or something, because you don't want to be seen. The moment you're standing up, whosoever is in the garden can actually see. Do you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, remember when Joey stood up, right before Mimii told him to sit down, Reuben was talking to somebody. I don't know who he was talking to. And Reuben said, somebody's on the terrace. Who's that on the terrace? So at the end of the day, if she was standing up, they would have seen her on the terrace, right? And if Ayo did come up, and Ayo was standing up, and Mimii was standing up, they would have seen them both on the terrace. So it would have made sense for them to be stooping down. Do you know what I'm saying? So I completely understand that, but it's going to be blown out of proportion. But it is what it is. Hopefully, once that is aired out, it's just left. You know what I'm saying? It's just left, just completely done. Because Mimi's laughing, she's smiling again, and it's good to see. I feel like she's now put this whole situation behind her, and she's trying to move forward. So at the end of the day, I just hope that this is it after the grafties. We know the grafties is coming, so at the end of the day, we just have to prepare ourselves for it, and just hope that after this, it's done. It's done. For the next 2 weeks of Love Island, please leave Mimii be after the grafties. Please, may I beg you, and thanks. You know what I didn't like as well? They haven't showed much clips about Ayo saying that he likes still likes Mimii, or he's jealous seeing Mimii around the villa with Josh. They did show a little clip with him saying, when Joey asked him, do you still like her? And he said yes. Right? So just that. But I feel like, and I'm hoping that they're going to show more than that, to be honest with you. But I feel like they won't. But at the end of the day, I feel like sometimes how they're portraying Mimii is like it's one-sided. And don't get me wrong, maybe in a sense, it's showing, or it's giving one-sided, because Ayo is just like, he's saying one thing and then he's just playing game or whatever. But at the same time, remember, she didn't just have these feelings for having these feelings' sake. They started somewhere, and they were encouraged, right? And they were encouraged by many people. They were encouraged by Nicole, Joey, and they were encouraged most of all by Ayo. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. But anyways, guys, so Reuben and Grace had their conversation, and Reuben tried to hug Grace at the beginning of the conversation, and Grace was like, no, I don't feel like hugging, no, right? So Grace told him exactly how she felt. She said, listen, I was disappointed. I was angry. I'm actually upset, because at the end of the day, you know, I feel like I'm walking on eggshells around Joey, because at any moment I feel like he might say something, or he might come at me. You know what I'm saying? So for you to now be the person to pull me out like that, it's disrespectful, and I didn't expect it, and it made me angry. What I loved about Reuben, hands up, he took accountability. He took responsibility. I am sorry. I shouldn't have done that. It was schoolboy kind of thing, and I'm really, really sorry. I will spend the rest of my life making it up to you, right? At the end of the day, whatever she was gonna say, whether she was angry or not, you're gonna be stopped in your tracks, because realistically, what we want is acknowledgement and an apology, and then we talk about how we can go forward without this happening again, right? And he displayed all them qualities. He accepted. He didn't gaslight. He accepted responsibility. And you know what? Well done, Reuben. But anyways, guys, they had a recoupling. And Reuben got back his girl. They had a recoupling. And you know what? I knew that this was going to happen. Because when they was doing it, I'm like, it's the last recoupling. So how are they going to do it in the order? And I could see where, what's his name? Harry was sitting. I'm just like, so Harry's going to choose before Reuben? He's going to end up with Grace. And I'm like, that make no sense, because Harry just came in and Reuben and Grace have a stronger connection. So I'm just like, what is going on? But then I said to myself, come on now, girl, this is Love Island. They're going to leave it till towards the end. You know what I'm saying? Harry wasn't happy. He wasn't happy. He's a man of few words, but he wasn't happy because he said in this speech saying, listen, I was getting to know somebody else. And then when him and Lola was having a conversation, he was saying at the end of the day, like, he can't fake his feelings in 3 days, right? Which we get because it's early days at the end of the day. But Grace told Reuben, I just couldn't see anything romantically happening with me and Harry. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we know Harry's not her type. She might think that he's a good-looking lad, but he's not her type because we don't know she's in love with the coco. Do you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm kind of glad that Reuben is back with Grace now, because I felt like if Harry had chosen first, obviously he would have gone for Grace and odd couple, right? Odd couple. But anyways, Lola said to Harry, like, it's not such a bad situation for me because out of everybody in the villa, you are the person that's more my type. And obviously he's trying to, like, you know, say, oh, well, it's not a bad situation. It could have been worse. And then we see where Lola gets up and she goes up to everybody else in the kitchen and she's like, oh, he's just acting weird. He's not saying, he's just acting weird. Obviously, I feel like Harry's ego is a little bit bruised. And I feel like, as well, the Love Island producers, they probably just said, listen, Reuben's going to choose first, knowing that Reuben is going to choose Grace, right? So I think he's probably a little bit upset about that as well, because he probably already know that was going to happen. Do you see what I'm saying? So not surprised there. But anyways, so we see where Jessie and Joey's having a conversation, right? And Jessie's trying to let Joey see that, listen, sometimes, you know, when you say things, you got to be careful how you say them, because at the end of the day, if you have a point, and regardless of whether your point is valid or not, if you say that in a disrespectful way, nobody is going to take your point serious. They're just going to remember that you were rude, right? And Joey's like, well, at the end of the day, they are listening to my point. And Jessie's like, no, they're not, because at the end of the day, after that, you know, when we got back to the dressing room, all the girls were saying was that you were rude. You know what I mean? And she's saying to him, listen, at the end of the day, I know you have an opinion and I don't have a problem with you voicing your opinion because I want you to be able to do so, but just do it respectfully. And she said to him, like, listen, like, you have to remember, like, I am, like, friends with these girls in here. So when these things happen, it puts me in a bad place. It put me in a bad situation. But instead of listening to what Jessie's saying, Joey, being Joey, makes it all about him. Oh no, but I know Grace doesn't like any of those boys. When I see boys coming in, I just know they're not her type. But baby, you're not her type either. This is what I don't get. And I'm just like, he's so obsessed with Grace. Even when Reuben got back Grace, did you see his face? Like, he's so unhappy. I think you know what I think? I think Joey wants Grace back, right? I feel like Joey made his decision and he thought that Grace was going to hang around. He thought maybe he could just play the field and then go back to Grace. And he realized that it didn't happen. Grace did not wait, right? And I feel like he made such a big deal about getting to know Jessie that he couldn't back down from it. So he had to stick to Jessie, right? That's what I think, because, you know, it's obvious that he's obsessed with Grace. He's obsessed. But you know what? If I'm going to be happy about anything in the Grafties, is that clip with Grace saying how much she liked Josh, right? And I know, yes, we don't want Grace to like Josh, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it will get Joey to shut up. Because I think he thinks in his back of his head that Grace is just walking around the villa moping for him, trying to get back with him, wanting him, envying Jessie for being with him. I don't know where he's, like, gotten this narrative from. I feel like he's just so delulu that he's convinced himself that it's the Sululu. I don't know. But that's the one thing I felt like, okay, well, at least he will see for himself that that girl does not want you, Joey. You had your chance with Grace and you muck it up. But at the end of the day, he's still obsessing over her. And I know that's making Jessie uncomfortable, because any woman in their right mind, and I tell you this, if I was dating somebody and they kept going on and on about somebody from their past like that, that would have been an issue, right? Everybody have the relationships and stuff like that and their life before we meet each other. But at the same time, the way that Joey's doing it is very obsessive. And I hate the fact that he's not even seeing it because he thinks he's the shit. you know what I'm saying? He thinks he's all this. I think he thinks too highly of himself. Do you see what I'm saying? And he's so up his own derriere that he doesn't realize how stupid he sounds. Do you know what I'm saying? He sounds really stupid. But anyways, guys, so another thing as well with Joey, because Joey yesterday was saying how Mimii doesn't want Josh, and Ayo and Mimii wants to be with each other, blah, 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 and there's feelings, and that's why he was making his decisions in the game, right? But yet still, he's going to say to Josh today, when Josh tells them that it's official, oh, you guys are great for each other, you know, I'm happy for you guys suit each other. Hypocritical much? Joey is just a hypocrite. He just says random shit. You know what I'm saying? He's such a hypocrite. Like, I don't even know. I feel like, you know what? I feel like whatever deal the producers had with Joey to make sure he stays to the end. So bring some drama. We'll make sure you go to the finals or the semi-finals. That must have been the deal. So let's see if he gets into the semi-finals. Because I feel like that was a deal. There was a deal. Listen, you can't put me in there, pay me, and then I get booted out at the beginning of the game. This is the deal. We stay into the final or semi-finals. Nobody can tell me anything. I wasn't there, but I feel like I was there. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I feel like Joey is working for his money. I feel like he's working for his money because there's no way the stuff that he randomly comes out with makes no sense majority of the time, you know? Sorry guys, I think my cousin was calling me, so I had to cut her off. But yeah, but what I was saying is the stuff that Joey comes up with sometimes, they make no sense. So it definitely, for me, I feel like he's working it. It's like work for him, isn't it? Because he's getting paid, I'm sure. But anyways, guys, let me know down below in the comments what you think about tonight's episode. Like I said, it was a bit dull. It was more like people kind of like straightening out what happened in the game, trying to like rebuild relationships or friendships and stuff like that. But let's see. What I will say though, I did find funny when Jessica came out and she was like, you know, I can't believe I didn't get a cup of tea this morning. Oh, I had to make my cup of tea myself. And then she's like, if you want to be coupled up with somebody else, just say it. I felt like it was a little bit tongue-in-cheek. And I felt like she was making a joke of it. I don't think she was like serious like that. But I feel like she was definitely making a little lighthearted joke with it. And I thought that was funny. If it's a joke. I hope it's a joke. I think it's a joke. Do you know what I mean? But I think it was funny. But anyways, guys, I did like Josh's speech. I feel like Josh's speech was cute. And Josh and Mimii were looking cute today. Jomi is the new baby. Jomi, I'm not gonna lie though. I actually prefer Josh's one. Because this other one, Mimii, is ugly. This one that you got, Mimii, is ugly. But I think Mimii has her own little thing. She's attracted to her things, the thing that she likes. Because she liked crochets. You could tell when she saw the rose, she was excited about it. You know what I'm saying? That's not my kind of thing. I mean, it's me saying that we're in this. But, but yes, guys. But you know what? This is like a beachwear thing. But show you. Anyways, I'm too close to the camera. Too close to the camera to show you. But anyways, guys. But yeah, comment down below. Let me know what you think about tonight's episode. And if you haven't yet subscribed and you're watching my videos and you're new, please subscribe. And also, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. I guess I'm going to have to see you guys in Sunday night's episode. Because here's the thing, honey. I'm glad that it's Friday. Guys, I'm glad it's Friday. You know, doing this review, you know, 6 nights a week. Backside is stress me out. Stress me right out. Do you know what I'm saying? But I'm glad that it's Friday now because I feel like I'm having a day off tomorrow. Do you know what I'm saying? But guys, have a lovely weekend. Enjoy your evening. I hope you enjoyed this review. Plus, guys, I loved talking to you guys today in the comment. I absolutely love it. I love hearing you guys' points. Do you know what I'm saying? And guys, did we see Ayo and Jessica had a proper kiss tonight? Because, hey, Alison mentioned something, you know, and I don't remember the last time I actually saw them do a passionate kiss for real. I'm going to start looking for that because I didn't even think about it today, like, to watch the episode. But I don't remember seeing anything stand out. But anyways, guys, make sure you guys have a lovely weekend. And I'll see you guys in Sunday's video for the grafties. My stress right out. Right out for this grafties. But let's hope and pray that once we get past it, it's done. And let's hope that Josh kind of takes it smoothly and not like get super upset. You know what I'm saying? I just really hope that because I feel like Mimii is just really trying to put this all behind her and try to move forward with her life. But anyways, guys, I am hot. I'm probably gonna have a glass of water, lie down under my fan or whatever. See, I'm sacrificing myself because, guys, I could not turn the fan on. If I did, you guys would not hear a word that I'm saying. But anyways, I'm gonna love you guys and I'm gonna leave you guys. But for now, keep it sassy-licious.